How did hippies protest against the Vietnam War? If you're curious about how the hippies of the 1960s voiced their opposition to the Vietnam War, you're about to uncover a fascinating piece of history. The hippie movement was more than just a fashion statement or a musical genre. It was a powerful force against the status quo, particularly when it came to the Vietnam War. Hippies were vehemently anti-war and advocated for peace and love. One of the most visible ways they protested was through anti-war marches and demonstrations. For example, they participated in numerous anti-Vietnam War marches, civil rights demonstrations, and even the 1968 Democratic Convention, where they voiced their strong opposition to the war. A significant form of protest was the burning of draft cards. This act was a bold statement against the draft and the war itself. The first draft card burnings took place in May 1964 in New York City, and similar protests continued throughout the summer despite the government's efforts to penalize such actions with up to 5 years in prison and a $1,000 fine. Hippies also used guerrilla theater and community activism to make their voices heard. They organized mass gatherings, sit-ins, and protests, often incorporating music, art, and other forms of expression. The Hippies, the political arm of the counterculture movement, played a key role in organizing these events, including the anti-war march on Washington, D.C. in 1967, where they famously attempted to levitate the Pentagon. The Summer of Love in 1967 was another pivotal moment. Thousands of young people gathered in Haight-Ashbury in San Francisco, not just to celebrate music and culture, but also to protest the war and the materialism of American society. This event symbolized the hippie movement's desire for a more peaceful and natural lifestyle away from the conflicts of the time. Hippies expressed their dissent through their fashion and appearance as well. They wore flowers in their hair, displayed the peace symbol, and gave the peace sign, all visual statements against the war and in favor of world peace. Their music, particularly psychedelic rock and folk, also carried anti-war messages and encouraged freedom from conformity. The hippie community supported soldiers who were having second thoughts about the war. In San Francisco, hippies helped AWOL soldiers by providing them with fake IDs and old clothes, allowing them to blend in and avoid being caught. This was a unique form of anti-war activism that directly helped those who wanted to escape the war. In summary, the hippies protested the Vietnam War through a variety of methods, including marches, draft card burnings, guerrilla theater, community activism, and even direct support for AWOL soldiers. Their movement was a powerful expression of their desire for peace, love, and a rejection of the societal norms that led to war.